Hello and welcome to Fun with Floral Art. I'm Laura and today we're going to make floral cupcakes. So here's one that I've already made. So we'll make another one. So this is the basis of the cupcake and I'll explain how I made these. I started off with a plastic cup, as you can see. You need one that has a reasonable sized diameter base, otherwise your cupcake will be too small. So this one, I measured, the diameter is around about 6 centimeters, and then I cut it just with scissors at around about 5 centimeters, and that gives you that height, and of course it's waterproof. So then I got a block of floral foam and I cut it into 8 pieces. You can use a cookie cutter if you can find one that's around about that diameter. And then I just sort of rounded it off. And I stuck it in with waterproof adhesive, but it's not the end of the world if you don't stick it in. And as you can see, the foam is a little bit higher than the plastic because we do need to put things in from the sides. So this is a very small arrangement. So any materials that you use need to be of quite a small scale. So for this one, I've used little spray roses, some limonium, some lantana, which is a little bit unusual. There's not too many arrangements that you could use lantana for, but it works really well for this one because it has quite a good little woody stem as well. And some little silver foliage. So anything that you can find that's small in scale. So let's start with the next one. So I've got some more spray roses here. I've got some red ones and some yellow ones. I kept them in the fridge so that they wouldn't open up too much. Otherwise they'd be too big already on a warm day. So I might start with some of the red and the yellow ones. I've even got some tiny little buds and some other little yellow chrysanthemum flowers. So the focal area of the cupcake is in the center. So we want a larger bloom in the center and then smaller ones as we go around the edge. So as far as the height goes as well, we want it to be around about at least the same height as the container. If we were to start too tall, we're not going to get that nice rounded shape. We'd end up with sort of more of a cone or a pyramid. And if we start off too small, it's going to end up being quite flat. And again, we're not going to get that nice rounded shape that we're after. So we'll start with a slightly larger one in the center, and some of these are really already almost too large. If you do have a flower that you would like to use and it's too large, you can always remove a few of the outer petals. So I might start with the red one in the center because it goes really well with the red base. So around about the same height. So the next smaller, anything that goes in now will be a bit lower and also a bit smaller. So I don't want to put things now straight up. I need them to go in on a bit of an angle. So these colours are quite contrasting, so the placement is a bit more crucial than it would be with something like this where there's not so much contrast in the colours. So the placement is a little bit more important. And you'd be surprised how many stems it takes to fill one of these. These are useful for filling the spaces. the tiniest little buds can be used right around the edges. You need to give everything a nice diagonal cut, so not only does it give extra surface area for the flower to have a drink, but it also gives you a nice point. So it's much easier to put it into the frame than if you had a straight cut. You don't always need foliage. You can have just flowers. Then you will need quite a few. And it's also useful to have things that go over the edge so that we're hiding our mechanics. We don't want anybody to see the foam, we just want them to see the flowers. Spray roses or carnations are ideal for this sort of thing. Wax flowers and gypsophila work really well as fillers for these kind of arrangements. Just keep checking for gaps. Getting quite full now. Not too many spaces left. I'll put a bit more of this in for a filler. Colours work well. If you can get something that's got a single stem and a few tiny little blooms, it's ideal to fill in those little spaces. This one's got a bit of a direction to it, so I might as well use the way that's growing there. I think just a couple more gaps to fill in. This one looks the right size. Very cute little spray roses. I think that might be pretty well full. So there we have 2 little flower cupcakes. These are good fun for kids to make as well. And they would look nice put on each guest's plate if you were having people around for dinner. You could get kids to make them for a birthday party. So I hope you've enjoyed making the flower cupcakes, and if you'd like to subscribe to Fun with Floral Art channel for more easy Fun with Floral Art arrangements. Thank you.